Okay, very good morning all of you. Now today onwards we'll start the actual implementation of AWS and how we'll implement the AWS like S3, EC2 instance, EFS, IMA role. We'll discuss one by one, don't worry about that. So first of all, you need to create one account on AWS. Okay, so I will share a different video how we'll create the account on AWS. Okay, so for that you need to create the account, and once you created account you can do the practical. Okay, if you have a Windows machine then it will be okay. If you have a Linux machine then it also okay. Okay, just we are accessing the different resources which is available on cloud using our laptop or desktop. That's it. Okay, we do not require any special requirement. We require internet, that's it. We require basics of basic operating system, whether it is a Windows, whether it is Ubuntu, it will be work. Okay, so first of all you need to visit the AWS account. So open the Google, click on that and type AWS console login. Just you need to type AWS console login, hit that. After that, AWS management console, click on that. Here you need to create the account. Okay, so here I will click on the login back. Just I'm trying to log out myself. I will show you how it works. Okay, so here click on the login back. Yeah, so we'll get this window. Okay, so here two different options are available. IMA user, will discuss in later what is a IMA user. Okay, so IMA stands for identity and access management. So there is another way, by using that other will access the account. Okay, for example, I have 50 students, I have 50 employee in my company. I can give a separate user access to that employee so they can log in into their my account. Okay, for example, if I have only one account, okay, and my employees are 50, then we can create a lots of user inside the AWS. Okay, and the root user means what? We get only root user. Okay, so those we have. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay. Root user means a primary user, so by using that he can log in into the system. Okay, so here I am trying to log in my using a system. So here I will enter my email address. In the morning I got the credentials, so that's why I'm trying to log in my using my name, my email ID. Okay, so in last 2 days we did not get any access because of holiday, so today I got that access. So here it will ask for the password. Here I will enter my password and we are going to log in into the AWS console. See, this one is my AWS console. We will discuss about that, but before that, see, there are different kinds of services available. These are the major areas for analytic, for integration, for AR and VR, AWS cost management, blockchain, compute, container, databases, develop tools. Okay, so while focusing on these important things, EC2, IMA, Lambda, RDS, S3, VPC, these are the lots of options available in AWS. Okay, so now important thing, how we'll create the account. Okay, so I will share that video, but just I will show you one more time. Okay, so log in into the console. When I got this page, in the bottom of that page we have an option of create a new account. Click on that account, user, you can enter your details. Okay, there are 5 steps. For that we require a credit card or debit card. The 2 rupees amount will be deducted from the account for verification purpose. Okay, that's it. Verification purpose के लिए 2 रुपए कट हो जाएंगे आपके अकाउंट से. After that, within a 24 hour, yeah, we can say the 48 hours, your account will be activated. Okay, your account will be activated. So I have the credentials. I already created the account. That's why I am using this option, sign into existing account. First of all, we need to enter the email IDs and account name. After that, we need to validate that email ID by using the OTP. And once you validated the account, after that we need to enter some details. Okay, so just follow that video. Okay, I will share that video. Don't worry about that. Somebody join your phone. so don't worry about it. Okay, so click on that and just join. Right now I have my credential, so we'll log in by using my credential and just will start the application. Now today we're gonna discuss about how we'll create an instance. Today we're gonna discuss how we'll create the instance. Just I will share some details on notepad and after that we'll create that. Okay, so what is the instance? Okay, so if see, instance is nothing but it is a part of OS. Okay, for example, if you want to launch a OS or if you want to install the OS, that will be treated as an instance inside the AWS. Now we are doing the operation on AWS first time. It's quite easy, but by doing the practice you will get brief idea regarding how we gonna use the AWS. Okay, so first step, just here I will write, okay, make a note of that. If admin wants to create one OS, okay, so inside that I will create or just here I will write one instance and around bracket just I will write OS. OS stands for operating system. OS stands for operating system. If admin wants to create one instance is nothing but OS on AWS account or AWS cloud, we can say that. Okay, then how we gonna do that? See, there are total 7 steps earlier version in the whenever I use the AWS in last 2 to 3 months ago, or we can say 4 months ago. In that section there is a different view. See, AWS has a largest community. They are updating their software, or we can say that they are updating their application in semester wise or in 6ly pattern, or we can say that in quarterly pattern also. Okay, but the concept over all same. For example, earlier the dashboard was different. Dashboard is nothing but it's showing the information of EC2, it's showing the information of VPC, it's showing the information of IAM role, it is showing the information of S3. That means whatever service we are using, it will show the different information. Okay, whatever information it is showing, it will show in a proper manner. That called as a dashboard. So the dashboard of earlier was changed, now it is also changed. Okay, don't worry about that, but majorly there are 7 steps to launch the EC2 instance. So what is EC2? Okay, the name of service is EC2. If you want to check, go to the console, click on the services and type here EC2. Okay, type EC2. So we get the EC2 service, Elastic Compute Cloud. Click on that. So whenever we click on that, we can able to access the EC2. So this one is a dashboard, global view, event, tag, limit, instance, instant type, launch, stop request. We will discuss it later what are these options. So we need to perform these operations, volume, snapshot, life cycle manager. We'll do it later. Okay. So what are the steps? First one, we need to provide a name of instance. In that case, we need to provide the name of instance. Later on, we need to select the AMI. Okay, we need to select the AMI. What is the AMI? AMI stands for Amazon Machine Image. See, like we have an operating system, so Amazon has a different kinds of Play Store option. In that they provide the machine image. Okay, for example, if we have operating system Windows, if you want to format the PC, then we need to create this ISO to bootable pen drive. Okay, so आपके पास ISO image है तो उसे bootable करना पड़ता है. Similarly, Amazon has its own images. Okay, that images will be categorized into the 3 different parts. Okay, like Amazon machine images, that means custom images, marketplace, okay, जहाँ से आप purchase कर सकते हो, और community AMI. Okay, so we'll discuss it later, but make a note of that. After that, we need to select what? We need to select the family of processor. Okay, so see, Amazon has a lots of images and that will be deployed on the processor. That will be deployed on the hardware. So that will be deployed on the hardware. So basic thing is that whenever we deploy any machine image, it will ask for the processor. For example, someone wants to work on the graphical user interface. That means graphical requirement is high as compared to the other. Someone who wants to work on the storage part, someone who wants to work on the processing part, compute part, okay, someone who wants to work on the only random access memory, okay. So like that means specialized families are like available. For example, T2 micro, okay, T2 medium, T2 large, X1 large, X2 medium, like that. These are the different kinds of families are available. So we need to check the family, okay. So I will show you with example, don't worry about that. Once we select the family, later on we need to add the storages. So how much space you require, okay. Once we complete the storage, then we need to add some keys, okay. So before that keys, we need to add some what we say, group, okay. So in that who can access your instance, okay. Is there any permission to other person, permission to access your instance? Instance is nothing but your operating system, okay. So kisko permission dena hai, who can access, okay. So for example, see, I will show you. Whenever I write 192.168.1.10, for example, I given the IP address inside the group, so only that user will access, only that particular user will access. When I use like that 192.168.0.0/24, okay. Earlier I discussed about that this is a 8-bit octet. जो dot के पहले होता है ना, ये 8-bit होता है. This one is also 8-bit, this one is also 8-bit, this one is also 8-bit, okay. So when I use 24/24, okay, ये VPC के लिए बहुत काम आता है. That term called as a CIDR, okay, classless interdomain routing protocol. So it means that 24-bit are not able to change. That means these are the network ID. Only last bit able to change. So last bit की range क्या हो सकती है? Here I can use 12 to 55. So that means अगर मैंने ये लिख दिया ग्रुप के अंदर, that means those who have IP 192.168.0.12255, they can access your instance, okay. So similarly, for example, here I wrote 10.5.2.0/16. It means that कि last के 2 bit, first के 2 bit change नहीं हो गया. Rest of 2 bit whatever it may be. First of 10 and 5 it can't change, but 2 and 0 we can change anyway, okay. So in that case 2 and 0, okay, will be changed, like 1.1, 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, okay. So here if I use a 0, so first 2 bit 16 क्यों लिखा है? Because first contains 8 bit, second contains 8 bit, third contains 8 bit, fourth contains 8 bit. What does it mean? It is a 32-bit architecture. It is 32-bit architecture. So IPv4 protocol. So we need to provide the terms and condition in a. Later on, we need to add the key. See, your instance will be created somewhere in AWS cloud. Now you need to access, and if you want to access, we need to provide authenticity, okay. That means we need to provide identity, okay. For that, here we need to create a key. अब key के अंदर में ना 2 types, एक तो है .pem, which is used for the Linux, and second one is a .ppk. Okay, we'll discuss and we'll launch a today instance. We'll do some operation on that, okay. That's it. Today we'll discuss about that, and each and every students need to create one instance, and after that you need to send the screenshot of your instance on the group, okay. So what is a .pem? .pem is an extension of the key. By using that, user can access from the Linux machine to the AWS machine. That means AWS machine or instance placed somewhere in the cloud. Now you need to access that instance on your local device. Then how will provide the identity? Identity means what? Authenticity. So I will provide that. So by using Linux, we need to use PEM key. And if I'm trying to use that by using the Windows, then ppkey. Earlier, this .ppk key is not available. Earlier, पहले कोई भी नहीं था, ये 2-3 महीने में ही ये अपडेट आया है. So if someone want to access the AWS Linux machine from Windows, if someone want to access AWS machine from Windows, then ppk key is required. Okay, so earlier तो नहीं था, but पहले कैसा करते थे हम? We'll download this PEM key. Later on, we will convert that PEM key into ppk key by using putty. There is one application called as a putty. So it is used to convert .pem key into ppk key. Okay, so this is the way. And last one is the review. Okay, so in that case, it is a review. Okay, जो भी whatever you provided, so ये होता था उसमें. Okay, so let's do that. So we'll do two operations. We'll launch two instances. What we gonna do today itself? So first we will create instance using .pem, and also we will create one instance using ppk. क्यों बता रहा हूँ आपको? ये पूरा आना चाहिए. सी AWS ने अभी प्रोवाइड किया, कल जाके रिमूव भी कर सकता है, बट इन दैट केस आपको पता होना चाहिए कि हाउ विल डू दैट ऑपरेशन. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. विल डिस्कस रिपीटेडली. ओके, सो ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी ये मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया डायरेक्टली आई एम ट्राइंग टू लॉन्च द इंस्टेंस. डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. ओके, लेट्स ट्राई एंड लॉन्च द इंस्टेंस. सी, this one is my dashboard. First of all, we need to log in into the dashboard. Once we get that dashboard, we'll get the AWS account. Okay, so basically just overlook कर लेते हैं कि what is the AWS account. See, this one is AWS homepage. These are the services which will be provided by the Amazon Web Services. Okay, so for analytic related application is there. If you want to integrate the application, then application integration is available. ARVR is available. AWS cost management is available. Blockchain is available. Business application is available. Compute, EC2 comes under the category of compute. Okay, containers, Kubernetes, like that stuff will be available. Customer enablement is available. Databases is available. Okay, in that databases we can create a database RDS. Okay, so जैसे हम normally Windows के अंदर install करते हैं ना MySQL, like that, PostgreSQL. So जितने भी databases हैं ना, जैसे install होते हैं ना, similarly आप यहाँ से perform कर सकते हैं. Okay, developer tool and end user computing. So lots of options are available. You can search. Okay, near about 1200 services provided. Near in last 1 year ago, 1206 something like that services provided by the AWS. So that's why AWS has a large, that means number one in infrastructure as a services. Cloud computing has a 3 important property: software as a services, platform as a services, and infrastructure as a services. So infrastructure as a services में top में अगर है तो AWS है, Amazon है. Okay, that's why इसकी jobs बहुत available है as compared to the Google cloud, as compared to the Microsoft Windows Azure cloud, as compared to the Oracle cloud. Okay, so इसकी वजह से बहुत options है. Okay, make a note of that. Now we need to click on the EC2 instance. Click on that. What is this? Mumbai. Okay, see उसकी regions कितने ये देखो. I will show you. See, AWS has a region in US East, Virginia, Ohio, California, Oregon, Cape Town in Africa. एशिया पैसिफिक में हांगकांग है, जकार्ता है, मुंबई है, अस्का है, सेउल है, सिंगापुर है, सिडनी है, टोक्यो है. Okay, so these are the AWS data center. See, actual these are the regions. Okay, ये पूरी की पूरी ना regions है. Inside the regions there are several data centers. Okay, ये नाम आपको दिखाई दे रहा है? App East 1, ऐप साउथ वन, दैट मीन्स दिस वन इज अ डेटा सेंटर। ये जो दिखाई दे रहा है ना, ये डेटा सेंटर है, और हर एक रीजन के अंदर ना 3 डेटा सेंटर होते हैं। ओके, जिसमें से बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस वाला पॉपअप होता है यूएस ईस्ट वन। ओके, यहाँ यूएस ईस्ट वन होता है, 2 है, 3 है, 4 है, 5 है। whenever we launch you will get the idea regarding that. Okay, so these are the data centers and these are the regions. Okay, so here is my name and this one is my account id. This account id is required, organization, other information. Okay, now let's launch one instance. Right now I don't have any instance. I have keep here. I will remove it. I don't want to use any keep here right now. Let's do one thing. We'll work in other region. Okay, for example we will work in a OEO region. Okay, so click on that, आपका region change हो जाएगा. So earlier I am working inside the Mumbai region, but right now I want to work in a OEO region. Okay, so what is the reason behind that? Because मैंने ना try करने के लिए सुबह check करके देखा था कि activate है क्या नहीं instance. So because see एक्सेस नहीं मिल पा रहा था, बट आई गॉट द एक्सेस एंड जस्ट आई चेक. ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई वहाँ कीप हियर ऐड हो चुका था. राइट नाउ चेक आउट, दिस वन इज बाय डिफॉल्ट सिक्योरिटी ग्रुप. ओके, बट ऑल अदर पॉइंट्स आर 000 इंस्टेंस. ओके, इंस्टेंस इज नथिंग बट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. इंस्टेंस 0 इंस्टेंस. Dedicated host, we will discuss about each and every point. Okay, what is the elastic IP, we will discuss. Instance, keep here, load balancer, placement group, security group, snapshot, value. So right now I don't have anything instead of one security group, and that security group will be the by default. Okay, वो जो security group है ना, वो by default security group है. Now we need to launch one instance. Okay, इसके 7 step आपको मैंने बता दिए. So let's do, we'll launch one instance, we'll access that, and after that we'll do another practical also. One minute. Click on the launch instance. Click on the launch instance. ऐसा नहीं है कि just access करना है. We need to do the plots of practical on that. Whatever we learn in a Linux, we'll do it on we'll do it on that AWS machine. So here I will write Ubuntu server, for example, using ppk. First we'll create the ppk. So this one is the only name. Okay, don't worry about that. ये जो आपके सामने है ना, ये only name है. First step completed. In that we provide the name and thing. Okay, after that, second important thing, we need to choose Amazon machine image, AMI. Okay, so ये ना UI change हुआ है. Earlier ना अलग आता था, अब अलग है. Okay, so now we need to change the operating. So which operating system you require? Do you require Mac OS? Do you require Amazon Linux? Do you require Ubuntu? Do you require Windows? Or do you require Red Hat? All types of flavors are available. Okay, और ये flavors ना पेड भी available है, free भी available है. पेड में ना जो सर्वर्स होते हैं उसकी चार्जेस होते हैं. If you don't require, you can choose the OS from community. Okay, so just click on the browse. Here I will click on the browse. So here you need to specify some architecture. Okay, आप specify कर सकते हो कौन सी विंडो चाहिए, OS कैटेगरी क्या है आपकी. ओके, सो 1 minute, we required Ubuntu. Okay, so what should I do? Here I will type Ubuntu. Okay, so quick start AMIs है, my AMIs. Whenever we create the AMI, so that AMI will be included into my AMI. quick start है, AWS marketplace है, community AMI है. Okay, so click on that and search. Okay, see we get a different types of options. Here we get the free tier eligible Ubuntu. We will collect from the quick start 22, 20, 24 or 20. Okay, so 20 available है. Just will check for the low version. Free tier eligible 18 भी available है. We got that. 16 अवेलेबल नहीं है शायद. ओनली Ubuntu की 9 ही फिल्टर है. फ्री टायर जो भी यहाँ ये फ्री टायर दिख रहा है ना, वही हमें यूज करना है, because जैसे हम other use करते हैं, when I am trying to use this, we need to pay. Okay, so for what time we are using, we need to pay, like pay as you go. Okay, so ये statement है, characteristics है cloud का, pay as you go. Okay, so free tier वाला ही हम select करेंगे. So we'll do what? This one is a 2220. We'll select 18. Okay, basic version of 18. So click on that. Done. We selected AMI. Where is my AMI? Okay, we selected the Ubuntu 18.0. Okay, so we selected the 18.0. Okay, Pranita, let's join here. So just you can watch the video once I upload it. Okay, and see, first we provide the name of the instance. Later on we select the AMI. Here we get the details: catalog, publication, architecture, virtualization, HVM, root devices, EBS. So इसके बारे में हमने बात किया था. There are types of block storage. Okay, object storage, block storage. The data will be stored in the form of block. The data will be stored in the form of object. So make a note of that. ये इंटरव्यू में पूछा जाता है question. Can I able to install operating system on object storage type? ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है. तो आंसर है उसका नहीं. We cannot able to store the operating system on object storage. We can store the data, but we cannot install operating system on object storage. Why? Because we require EBS. Okay, so block storage जो होता है ना, वही हमें required होता है operating system के लिए. That means if someone wants to install the operating system, the data type must be a block storage, hard disk type. Okay, so तो ही ये होता है, otherwise नहीं. Okay, so tomorrow or day after tomorrow we are gonna discuss about the simple storage service, S3 service. तो इसमें आपको पता चल जाएगा कि what is a block storage, what is a object storage. Now first completed, second completed, later on we need to discuss about the instance type. See, यह ऑटोमेटिक इसलिए सिलेक्ट किया है फ्री टियर एलिजिबल. यहाँ जहाँ जहाँ हमें फ्री टियर का नाम दिखता है ना, तो हम वो सिलेक्ट करेंगे. व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड दैट? कि ये फ्री में मिलता है. देयर इज नो नीड टू पे द चार्जेस फॉर दैट. ओके, सी ऑन डिमांड लिनक्स प्राइसिंग, द करंट प्राइस इज 0.0116 USD डॉलर पर आवर. और ऑन डिमांड विंडोज प्राइसिंग इसकी है 0.0162 USD पर आवर. ये चार्जेस हमें पे करने पड़ते हैं. बट whenever you use a free tier, we get a 300 hours as a free. 300 hours monthly हमें मिलते हैं. ओके, सो आप कैसे भी यूज करो 300 hours को. कंटिन्यू टू 24 hours, 24 hour ऐसे यूज करो, या पार्ट्स में यूज करो. ओके, या डेली 1 hour 2 hour लाइक दैट स्टफ. अगर ऐसा यूज करना है तो वैसे यूज करो. ओके, सो क्लिक ऑन द कंपेयर इंस्टेंस टाइप. I will show you the different types of instance. See, compare instance. Here we have options: T2 nano, macro, small, medium, large, extra large. अब ये होता क्या है? प्रोसेसर का टाइप मतलब क्या है? That will be include how many cores. That means how many CPUs are available. For when we talk about the CPU, if we have processor i3, then we have an option of 4 CPU. If you have processor of i5, then also we have an option of CPU as a 4. When we talk about core to duo or dual core, that means 2 processor. When we talk about the Pentium, okay, so these are the processor. So ये ना processor होते हैं. So in that case we need to use. Okay, after that, second, when we use the family, so inside that we will check for the random access memory. Okay, processor along with random access memory. See, when we talk about the T2 micro, here how many CPUs are there? बट राइट नो आई हैव i5 डिवाइस. लैपटॉप है मेरे पास और वो i5, इसके अंदर 4 CPUs है. बट राइट नाउ व्हेन वी सेलेक्ट द T2 micro, in that only 1 CPU is available. Okay, this one is the architecture. How many memory will be available? Only 1 GB memory will be allocated. Storage unlimited, storage type unlimited, network performance low to moderate, and on demand. These are the pricing. Don't worry about it. थोड़ा सा नीचे जाएंगे ना. सी T3 2 extra large. How many CPUs are there? 8. How many CPUs are there? 8. How many memory will be there? 32. इसमें आपको समझ में आ रहा है? जैसे जैसे आप आगे जाते हो उसके हायर वर्जन देखते हो ना, तो ये प्रोसेसर चेंज होती है एंड रैंडम एक्सेस मेमोरी भी चेंज होती है. ओके, मेक अ नोट ऑफ दैट. जैसे जैसे आप हेवीली यूज करोगे ना, तो इसके चार्जेस भी ऐसे है. ओके, सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द मैक्रो, द करंट चार्जेस विल बी 0.0116. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द एक्स्ट्रा लार्ज, ओके, प्राइसेस विल बी 0.3712 per hour. अब करंट ट्रैवलर की प्राइस क्या चल रही है? कंसिडर 80 रुपीज. तो उसमें से 37%, उसमें से 37%, दैट मीन्स नियर अबाउट 30 रुपीज. वी कैन से दैट 30 रुपीज पर आवर चार्जेस लेता है whenever we use this family. And whenever we use a free tier अगर हम यूज करते हैं ना, तो हमें फ्री आवर्स जितने भी होते हैं तब तक चार्जेस नहीं. लेटर ऑन वी नीड टू पे चार्जेस ऑल्सो. हमें बाद में ना चार्जेस भी पे करना. सो थोड़ा थोड़ा आगे जाओगे ना आप, तो आपको बहुत हेवी रेट्स मिलेंगे इसके. I will show you. See this one option, C5 12 extra large. How many cores are available? 48 cores. Yes, 48 cores. That means 48 CPU. Random access memory 96 GB. Okay. Network type 20 giga. What is the charges? $2 per hour. What is the charges? $2 per hour. Next भी check कर लो. How many cores? 96 core. What will be the random access memory? 198. 192. What is the network type? 20 giga. अभी ये ना बहुत सारे अवेलेबल है इनके पास. 25 giga. What will be the charges? $4 per hour. That means what? 320. 80 को कंसिडर किया हमने, तो ये 8 multiplied by 4 30 320. इतना चार्जेस पे करना पड़ेगा. तो ये फैमिली होती है. ओके, सो दिस वन इज फैमिली. हाउ मेनी टाइप्स आर अवेलेबल? 500 टाइप्स आर अवेलेबल. कितने टाइप्स है? 500 टाइप्स. ओके, सो अभी राइट नाउ तो हम टेस्टिंग ही कर रहे हैं. सो विल सेलेक्ट द T2 माइक्रो. ओके, सो आगे आगे चल के जैसे प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो इंस्टेंट टाइप चेक करके देखेंगे. ओके, क्लिक ऑन दैट. सो इंस्टेंट टाइप इज सिलेक्टेड. नाउ की पेयर और एक ग्रुप है. की पेयर से क्या होता है? अब यहाँ आपको एक की मिलेगी. देयर आर 2 टाइप्स ऑफ एनक्रिप्शन. ओके, एसिमेट्रिक एनक्रिप्शन एंड सिमेट्रिक एनक्रिप्शन. सो ये जो है ना एसिमेट्रिक यूज करता है. सो इन दैट देयर विल बी अ पब्लिक की एंड प्राइवेट की. ओके, सो पब्लिक की अवेलेबल एनीवेयर, प्राइवेट की हम ही रखते हैं. ओके, so make a note of that. Once we launch the instance, we'll get the one primary private key, and that will be available belong from our side only. Okay, even AWS does not store our private key. इतनी security. Okay, so ये AWS भी ना save नहीं करता है key को. Okay, so here click on the key and we'll type a name called as SYCS. आपका जो class है ना वही हम key का नाम रखेंगे. Now it will ask for which type of key pair we required. Do you require RSA algorithm? Do you require ED25519 algorithm? So we'll use the RSA. Okay. After that, see, I given the option. We'll create an instance using PIM and PPK. Here we get the option. See, here we get the option PIM and PPK. Okay. So first of all, we'll create the PPK, and later on, just I will show you how we'll convert. If we get the time today, then we'll do both the option. Otherwise, see, आपका लेक्चर्स भी रहते हैं, कॉलेज भी रहते हैं. सो फॉर दैट जैसे जैसे टाइम मिल रहा है आपको, वैसे मैं परफॉर्म कर रहा हूँ. ओके, सो .ppk ऑप्शन इज देयर. ओके, सो अगर पेम करते हो ना, राइट नाउ आई हैव विंडोज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. सी, इफ यू हैव ओनली लिनक्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इंस्टॉल्ड, होस्ट ओएस आपकी लिनक्स है, देन आई विल सजेस्ट click here to download PIM key. अगर आपके पास विंडोज मशीन है, then I will suggest download PPK key. Okay, but still if you want to perform both the operation .pim and .ppk, then also I will suggest use .pim, because it is easy to convert .pim to ppk, but we cannot able to convert .ppk to pim. थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम होता है सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर. So make a note of that. अगर आपको लिनक्स करना है, we'll use the .pim. अगर आपको विंडोज करना है, we need to use .ppk. Okay, we'll use .ppk and अगर आपको दोनों भी करने हैं तो just I will suggest download pim, do the operation and if we required then use .ppk. अगर आपको परफॉर्म करना है तो आप .ppk कर सकते हो. Okay, so here I am trying to use .ppk right now. Create key. जैसे भी मैं क्रिएट करता हूँ ना ऑटोमेटिकली की विल बी डाउनलोडेड. cycac.ppp. मेक अ नोट ऑफ दैट. ये ना की आपको संभाल के रखनी पड़ेगी. ओके, अदरवाइज वन इफ वी लॉस्ट देन वी कैन नॉट एबल टू एक्सेस दैट इंस्टेंस. मेक अ नोट ऑफ दैट. अगर हम ये की लॉस्ट हो गई हमारे से तो हम फिर कभी भी इसे एक्सेस नहीं कर पाएंगे. We need to delete that instance. Make a note of that. That's why key is most important thing. Okay, तो आपको key बहुत ही important है. यहाँ मैं लगता हूँ SYCS. Okay, so let's do that. So we created the key. Okay, now network series. See who can access your instance. That means group. Create group. So I don't want to create a group. Or just select existing group. So right now I don't have existing any group, so that's why it asks for the create a group. So let's create one group. So that SSH means secure shell. Okay, SSH मतलब secure. अभी ये जो access होना है ना, so SSH. अब anywhere कोई भी access कर सकता है किसको. यहाँ option. If you want to custom, if you want to provide a CIDR rule, they see CIDR classless interdomain IP. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फर्स्ट टाइम है ना तो आई विल यूज एनीवेयर. लेटर ऑन जैसे जैसे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे ना तो आपको मैं ऑप्शन बताऊंगा. सो डिड यू रिक्वायर HTTP ट्रैफिक फ्रॉम द इंटरनेट वगैरह वगैरह. ओके, सो अगर आपको चाहिए तो अलाउ करो, अदरवाइज मत करो. ओके, राइट नाउ डोंट वांट. लास्ट वन इज जस्ट वी नीड टू प्रोवाइड अ स्टोरेज. सो हियर आई रिक्वायर्ड 80 GB and this one is a storage type. Okay, general purpose SSD. Do you require general purpose SSD? Provisional. Magnetic is also cold hard disk is available. Okay, throughput optimized hard disk is available. Magnetic old disk is available. Okay, जो भी डिफॉल्ट है वही सिलेक्ट करेंगे, बट आपको जिसको पता है वो कर सकता है चेंजेस. Right now 80 GB. So it's saying free tier eligible customer can get only 30 GB. So just we're using the 30 GB. That's it. For installation 30 GB is enough. Okay, अब अगर ज़्यादा करते हो तो उसके ना charges we need to pay that charges. We need to pay that charges. Okay, so here I'm trying to close this. Okay, advanced detail we'll discuss later. What are the advanced details? So we completed the overall steps. Just click on the launch instance. See, launching instance. Okay, so जैसे ना मुझे for example I want to install the Ubuntu operating system. How much time required for installation? Success. Okay, how much time required for installation of Ubuntu? At least half hour. But Ubuntu ना ये within 1 minute करता है. और we can say that few seconds, 30 seconds के अंदर तो इंस्टेंस लॉन्च भी हो जाता है, बिकॉज इतना इनके पास रिसोर्सेस अच्छे हैं. See, Ubuntu server, it is a pending. This is a data center. Okay, we are working inside the OEO, but this one is a data center. OEO के अंदर ही वर्क कर रहे. सी US East 2 डिफॉल्ट रीजन. तो इसके अंदर अवेलेबिलिटी जोन मतलब क्या होता है? डेटा सेंटर. इफ यू वांट टू चेक हाउ लुक लाइक डेटा सेंटर, सी रीजन इज नथिंग बट सिटी. फॉर एग्जांपल मुंबई सिटी. ओके, इन महाराष्ट्र और इंडिया the AWS region is Mumbai city and the data center, I will show you the photos. Data center AWS. See, look like that. ये ना AWS के डेटा सेंटर है. अभी जो हमने इंस्टेंस बनाया है ना, तो ऐसे ही रैक के अंदर, किसी स्टोरेज के अंदर, किसी डिस्क के अंदर हमारे ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इंस्टॉल है राइट नाउ. सो देखो ये कैसा है, AWS है पूरे AC के अंदर ही है. ये डेटा सेट टॉप से ऐसे दिखते हैं, टॉप व्यू से ऐसे दिखते हैं. कितने स्पेस अवेलेबल है उनका. AWS, Amazon build smaller local data centers in Asia Pacific. These are the news. Okay, So see, right now my instance, earlier it was showing the pending, right now it is running. अब तो instance create हो गया है. See, हमारी keys वगैरह सब information available होती है. Okay, अब scroll करो आपको यहाँ दिखाई देगा. Key name SYCACC security group, we created that security group. Now थोड़ा सा नीचे आओगे ना यहाँ इस साइड पे, just 1 minute, I want to show something. See that instance is available on AWS Amazon Cloud. Okay, now I don't know where is that, but I want to connect. मुझे connect करना है. So for that we require a IP address. So here we get the IP address detail. See, IP address. This one is my IP address. There are two types of IP address. Earlier we discussed about that, public address and private access. प्राइवेट एक्सेस किस लिए लगता है कि अंदर जाके हम जो भी काम करते हैं ना, तो फॉर दैट वी रिक्वायर्ड अ प्राइवेट एक्सेस एंड पब्लिक फॉर कनेक्शन पर्पस ओनली. अब आपके सामने ना पब्लिक आईपी दिखाई दे रहा है 3.23.95.22. यहाँ लिखा है इसने आईपी फॉर पब्लिक, पर आपको पता होना चाहिए कि पब्लिक कैसा है. हमने देखा था क्लास ए, क्लास बी, क्लास सी. सो क्लास ए का पब्लिक आईपी कहाँ स्टार्ट होता है? 1 से 9 तक, 11 से 126 तक. अब 1 से 9 में 3 आ गया ना, फर्स्ट बिट का ही हमें ध्यान रखना है, रेस्ट ऑफ बिट वॉटर इट में भी फॉर क्लास ए. सो 3 दिखाया मतलब वी कैन से दैट दिस इज अ क्लास ए आईपी. अब प्राइवेट आईपी के बारे में बात करते हैं, कौन से क्लास का है. सी वी गेट द 172.31. इसे देख के मैं बोल सकता हूँ ये क्लास बी का प्राइवेट आईपी है, क्योंकि इसकी रेंज क्या है 172.16.0.0 टू 172.31.0255.255/. तो ये 172.13 है, मतलब ये क्लास बी का प्राइवेट आईपी है एंड क्लास ए का पब्लिक आईपी है. दिस वन इज अ डोमेन नेम सर्वर. ओके, सो बाय यूजिंग दिस आल्सो वी कैन एबल टू लॉग इन. ओके, अब मुझे तो लॉग इन करना है. व्हाट शुड आई डू? सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको इसे कनेक्ट करना है पीपीके के. आपको पुट्टी लगेगा, यू नीड टू डाउनलोड दैट एप्लीकेशन. Go to the Putty download, click on that. Here is the official website of the Putty. Click on that and download. Okay, so यही download करना है आपको. Click on that download Putty. So here we get the options: 32-bit, 64-bit, 64-bit. So here I will create this, download this. So right now it will be download. The size it would be 3.2 MB only. So I think I had the putty, just I will check. Yeah, I have the putty, so I'm not trying to install that. Okay, just download it and click on the install. So जैसे हम normal installation करते हैं ना, वैसे ही हमें करना है. Okay, so what should I do? ये putty को ना मैं open करता हूँ. Just 1 minute. Open file location. इसको मैं desktop पे send करके रखता हूँ, because ये repeatedly हमें use करना है. Send it to desktop. Go to the instance. See, make a note of that. Instance launch होने के बाद में ना आपको ना public IP लगता है. You need to copy that. Okay. What is the reason? Connection establish करने के लिए. So click on the putty. Now this one is putty configuration. Okay. So ये putty configuration here. Right now we have directly private key, PPK key. Okay. Earlier it was showing only .pem key. So by using puttygen we need to convert that PIM key to private key, but right now उन्होंने option ही दिया है, तो वैसे ही perform करेंगे. So what is a host IP? Here we need to paste the public IP. Host IP address पूछ रहा है. Okay, so here we need to click on that. After that, just go to the data. No, SSH. Click on the SSH. Yeah, also we require a data. Data पे जाओ और यहाँ ना username enter करो. What is the username? What is username? By default Ubuntu का username ना Ubuntu होता है. By default Ubuntu का username Ubuntu होता है. So once we enter the data, click on the SSH, okay, and click on the auth. और यहाँ आपको ये private key पास करनी है. यहाँ path देना है private key का. So click on the browse and click on the SYCAC. Done. इतना ही है. That's it. कुछ भी नहीं है. Okay. अपना थोड़ा सा ना UI टाइप का रिलेटेड अगर देखना है, मतलब कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट कैसा चाहिए, क्या साइज क्या चाहिए. बाय डिफॉल्ट ना ये छोटा होता है. सो क्लिक ऑन द अपीयरेंस. ओके, size होंगी, just I will check. Yeah, see this one is a font size. ये ना 10 पॉइंट्स हम थोड़ा सा इंक्रीज करके 20 कर देते हैं, ये 20 कर दिया मैंने. और कलर्स, इफ यू रिक्वायर्ड कलर्स, बैकग्राउंड कलर डिफॉल्ट, फोरग्राउंड कलर, तो हम ना थोड़ा सा ये कलर ये देते हैं, मतलब दिखाई देने के लिए अच्छा दिखेगा. इट इज नॉट मैंडेटरी. मैंडेटरी थिंग्स, फर्स्ट आईपी एड्रेस. ओके, ये आईपी एड्रेस मैंडेटरी है, डेटा मैंडेटरी है, और ये एसएसएच के अंदर ऑथ, ये जो पाथ है ना, ये मैंडेटरी. ओके, इतना याद रखो. एंड कलर्स डिफॉल्ट, फोरग्राउंड, मॉडिफाई, जस्ट ओके. सो यहाँ थोड़ा सा सेशन पे जाओ और यहाँ नाम दे दो. ओके, अर्लियर आई विल डिलीट इट. रूलर मैंने ऑलरेडी यूज किया है, इसीलिए ना ये नाम दिखाई दे रहे हैं, टेराफॉर्म लाइक दैट. सो हियर आई विल राइट ubuntu. सो क्या होता है एक्चुअली, ये क्या होता है कि अभी जो मैंने इंफॉर्मेशन एंटर किया ना, IP address, public IP address, and the data username, after that the configuration, that will be stored inside this option. Okay, ये अभी मैंने सेव कर लिया. Now I will open this. See, it will ask for the alert, so we'll accept it. अभी कलर देखो, foreground कलर चेंज हो रहा है ये. See, we get the access. अब ये पता कैसे चलेगा कि मुझे क्लाउड के अंदर के पीसी का ही एक्सेस मिला है कि नहीं. See, this one is a private IP. अब इसे चेक करो, 172.31.22.248. ओके, अब जाओ वहाँ और यहाँ जाके प्राइवेट IP चेक करो, 172.31.22.248. What does it mean? It means that we successfully collected that instance. अब उसके ऊपर आप जो भी ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना है, what do you want, what we learn in Linux, we can do that. For example, I want to update the system. Sudo apt-get update. Okay, सी कितना फास्ट होता है, बिकॉज ये इंटरनेट हमारा नहीं यूज कर रहा है, AWS का यूज कर रहा है. और ये हम हमारे पीसी पे करते हैं ना, इट टुक लॉट्स ऑफ टाइम. Okay, just if you want to see, just I want to install one application, sudo apt-get. I will show you get install VIO. Okay, so कितना फास्ट होता है चेक करो खाली. डन, ये प्रोसेसिंग, फेचिंग तो खत्म हो गया, इंस्टॉल भी हो चुका है. सो ये ऑपरेशन अगर हमें करना है तो इट टुक लॉट्स ऑफ टाइम. ओके, सो ये इंस्टेंस कमांड ऑफ IP एड्रेस. सी IP एड्रेस की कमांड है ये. सो दिस वन इज माय लोकल होस्ट एंड दिस वन इज माय प्राइवेट आईडी. जो दिखाई दे रहा है IP चेक करने की कमांड है ifconfig. ओके, सो वी सक्सेसफुली कनेक्टेड. मैं तो नोट ऑफ दैट इंस्टेंस बना भी दिया, उसे IP एड्रेस भी आ गया, उसे कनेक्ट भी कर लिया. ओके, लाइक दैट स्टफ. सो दिस इज अबाउट टुडेज लेक्चर. सो just let me know if you have any question. Okay, let me know if you have any question. We'll discuss about that, and after that we'll take the attendance also. Okay, yes, I will share the video, don't worry about that.